pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Detroit, where the Pistons will be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go around. And the Detroit Pistons, a solid defensive team, but their lackluster offense has held them back. What do they need to improve there, Kenny?
I think they just need some more outside shooting. Spread the floor, give their guys some driving lanes. You got a true center in Andre Drummond, so he needs some space because he's a space eater.
And, their best player is more of a defensive player. They need a few more shot creators as well.
That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip. Kevin Harlan has the call.
We are live from the home of the Pistons, Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldrich is on our sideline. For the Detroit Pistons, they're coming off a good outing against the Knicks in New York.
Anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
So on the road, you need as many contributors as you can find. The reserves definitely help fuel the win that time.
And let's go straight over to David Aldrich for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Stan Van Gundy was the head coach in Miami, Orlando, and now Detroit. Now, he's promised his wife that this is the last stop. He said, I wanted one more shot at it. I've got a great owner, and I should be able to get it turned around in the time that he's given me. If I don't, I don't. This will be the last one. Kevin?
And DA, it's obvious that Stan has a real love for the game. Here's hoping he turns that storied franchise around. And in the early part of the season, a lot of players, Chris, are just trying to get into the rhythm of the season. When did you feel like the NBA season truly was in full swing for you?
For me, it had to be in full swing day one. I had to be ready because I was playing against the best in my position, and I wanted to establish myself as the best in my position. And so that's why I think that I tried to have an advantage over other players. When guys were trying to get a rhythm, I made sure that I used the preseason for that because I wanted to come into the beginning of the season game busters, knowing you're going to have your ups and downs during the season, but this is not something where you can just warm your way up into the season. You better come out ready to go, or you're going to be looking, trying to find your rhythm all year long.
That's a good message all players should get. Look at the 76ers starting group. And Simmons is out there with prime time. Then there's baddest one. Then it's the bodyguard, and it's the machine in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here is Smith. Moore sets the pick for Smith. He got advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Smith's got the opening field goal of the game for the Pistons. The pass to baddest one. Here's prime time. Pass to Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Smith kicks to Drummond. Screen by Smith. Drummond passes to Harris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That's on Ben Simmons.
Tobias Harris, he's a player, he gives you a little bit of everything. He can spot up, if you put a bigger guy on him, he can take you down low and drag a small. If you switch on to him, love his game.
And he makes the first. And you talk about the matchup problems Harris can create, Chris. And he has been viewed as a tweener in the past, but While that can be a problem for some, C-Web, it's a blessing, I think, for him.
Well, he's the type of player you want to throw into the game and not worry about what position it is. I mean, you just let this kid go. Tell him, hey, go do you. That's what he's been doing.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And with Tobias Harris, he's a player who bounced around more than you would think in the early part of his career. C-Web, he was traded twice in his first 5 years in the league, which is odd given how he's been growing and developing as a player.
Well, yeah, trades aren't necessarily about the team not being happy with you. It's about finding the right spot. So he had the right work ethic, so you knew Harris was going to improve, and you also knew he was going to be around. Coaches love Harris's hard-working ability. So the future's bright for this kid.
What's up?
Detroit with the ball. Here's Bradley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. Drummond sets the screen for Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. There's the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline.
Smith kicks to Drummond. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Here's the bodyguard after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Passes it to the bodyguard. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Gaddis one, and again it's Philadelphia.
Okay, 4 for 5 from the floor right now. Wasting no time getting this offense rolling.
Smith outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Harris. And too long on the shot.
D a little slow to get in his face there. Fortunate it didn't cost him.
Now the pass to prime time. 9 feet out, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills in the offense.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Bradley. He kicks to Harris. Trying his luck deep. Hands it from downtown. Harris has got 5 minutes.
And the way Harris sticks these catch-and-shoot jumpers is just devastating to the defense. I mean, what can they do against that?
Outside, Simmons. Here's Gaddis one. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Gaddis one's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Philadelphia. Now here is Smith. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York.
And he also drew a lot of fouls, forcing the defense to react to this aggressive style of play.
Harris misses.
I like the burst to the bucket right there, but the finish has got to be better.
Pass to the body. For 3, another 3 for Philadelphia.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Smith dishes to Bradley. Drummond to screen. Bradley kicks to Harris. Now Lure. He picked up 15 points in the last one against New York. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Now here's Simmons. He picked up 18 points in the last one against Toronto. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside Bradley. Dish now to Harris. Drummond with a screen on Simmons. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's prime time. Simmons passes to Battiston. Lets the three fly. It's Drummond with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Smith outside. Back to Bradley. Trying to shoot. It's good. The assist one time from Smith.
This is what Smith does best.
Keeping his eyes moving and set up the opening.
Here's the bodyguard. He feeds it to Simmons. 17-foot shot on the way. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And you so often hear about how much Detroit Pistons fans pride themselves on the defense of this team. It's part of the franchise's identity. All the fans in Detroit definitely love it.
And the basket by Harris.
Even when you are right in Harris's face, he feels at ease rising up for the J. You can only do so much against this guy sometimes.
Here's prime time. Takes a shot at the elbow. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And only a handful of teams have a franchise identity like that with the Pistons and defense. Maybe the Lakers playing up-tempo or Memphis grinding it out.
Oh, yeah. Not many teams or franchises have an identity, and that's what makes it so special to play in Detroit for that reason. There's nothing like hearing the crowd get hyped about the defensive stop.
And the goal will be against prime time. That's his first foul. And a different look here for the Pistons. Marjanovic checked in for Lure. Stanley Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. Langston Galloway's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Philadelphia. Now here's Jackson. He picked up 12 points in the last one against the Knicks in New York. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Philadelphia. You know, Chris, there was a time when Reggie Jackson seemed to be disgruntled. He wanted out of Oklahoma City and played with a chip on his shoulder most nights. But he seemingly found a home that fits him well here with the Pistons.
Well, he's a young player. He's still trying to find his way. But he has a style that fits this team, not only his style of play, but his mentality. And he's just trying to get comfortable with this situation and be the leader that he needs to.
The first one falls.
Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
Sharks checked in for Philadelphia. All free throws good from Jackson. And Chris, when you played, what did you always appreciate from your front court mates?
Wow, defense, someone that could help defensively, someone that could help on the boards, and I was really lucky to play with some great passers. From Juwan Howard when I was with him in Washington, probably the best passing big man I played with, and then a lot of D-Ball. I mean, being able to play with those guys, I really appreciated their passing because they make it easy for me.
The 76ers leading by 6. Kicks it to Simmons. Here's the machine, guarded by Jackson. Right wing. Here's the machine. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pistons have gone 5-9 from the field here in the first. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Galloway kicks to Johnson. And here's Drummond. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York.
Okay, 4 steals on the night. He relished being a major disruption on the defensive end.
Sharks, that's good.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on the perimeter. You gotta come check that.
Brings it from beyond the arc.
When there's an open man, Jackson finds it, making it look very easy.
bodyguard, guarded by Jackson. A rebound by Marjanovic.
Well, he hasn't been very precise at all.
Jackson with it. He dishes it to Johnson. And Drummond kicks to Marjanovic. That one's not going to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Simmons on the wing. Over Johnson. Simmons passes to the machine. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort to make terrific ball movement.
Here's Galloway. Shoots from 12. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers leading by 8. Redick is in the corner. Takes a 3. No good from Simmons. The Pistons are going 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Shot by Johnson, no good.
That was as easy as it gets. He needs to complete those looks.
Simmons passes to the machine. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Detroit's gone 3 of 4 on 3 corners in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Jackson dishes to Drummond. The 3. A shot, no good. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 7 from 3-point range so far in the first. Here's the bodyguard, tipped away and stolen by Drummond. Johnson outside. Galloway kicks to Jackson. Pistons passing it around. The shot. And that one's good. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
Sometimes all you have to do is dump the ball down to Drummond and get out of the way. He'll take care of the rest, utilizing his massive frame so well.
3-pointer. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the 76ers lead by 9.
And really setting the tone early with their 3-point shooting.
Drummond a screen. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Feeds it to Drummond. Kicks it out to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Over Simmons. He sinks the 11-footer.
And at 6'7", Johnson has the height to bang down low. He's terrific at getting quality shots from the post.
Outside, Simmons. Goes up to the stripe. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Simmons got 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Dishes up to Jackson. Not loose. Here's the bodyguard. 6 points for him. Passes it to the machine. Simmons against Johnson. Puts it up from 17. He's off on that one. Pistons trail by 9. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. That's it, coming off an assist from Johnson.
Love the tenacity. That's money in tight. Gets the pressure.
Here's the bodyguard. And so it's Philadelphia heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
You saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one. Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that is correct.
So it's Detroit now. 7-point differential. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. In a moment now, to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Pistons, we've got Johnson, Reggie Jackson out there with Udrich. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Drummond in at the power forward position.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
He created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
The feed to Fultz. Embiid inside, guarded by Marjanovic. Embiid, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Jackson gets to Udrich. There's the pass to Johnson. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Johnson attacking. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Johnson's got his second bucket.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight bucket.
It is. It's a big one. Load the plate. Now here's Shorich. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the ball and still get it to fall.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Andre Drummond.
No shot, gentlemen.
And that one falls from Shorich. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on the team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Philadelphia able to drain the through. Udrich, the pass to Johnson. He can't get that one. The 76ers leading by 6. Fultz again, Philadelphia.
And Fultz, such a good shooter. The D can only do so much. I mean, I like the D, the O, just better.
Now here's Jackson. He had a spot. Here's the screen. Udrich can't hit.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target. Nobody will.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Embiid with the screen on Johnson. At the elbow, Fultz. The lead pushed to double digits. And it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
And how about the quick fire release of both? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
Here's prime time. Onto the right wing. There's Embiid, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And with the Tide wearing against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
And they straight up smoked over the stretch. They really need to refocus here.
The NBA coaching ranks always looked at and scrutinized. Only 30 great jobs out there in the league, and yet they're on the firing line, it seems like, every season. Chris, what enables head coaches, in your opinion, to be successful? And has that changed over the years?
I think what allows you to be successful, first of all, what is your acumen for the game? Can you communicate? Can you inspire players? Are you a humble guy? And I think those are the main things that you have to, have as a coach. But look, players get traded all the time. Everybody's under pressure. So, just got to do your best and keep it moving.
John Moore comes in for Stanley Johnson, and it's Avery Bradley in for Jackson. Philadelphia also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Sharich, and the bodyguards subbed in for J.J. Redick. Here's Udrich. Pass to Marjanovic. She's over Embiid, and Embiid with the block. The bodyguard passes to Covington. They get it again. Second chance effort, and again it's Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 4 this quarter. Pistons trail by 14. That's to Bradley. There's a screen by Marjanovic. They need this one. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Oh, he took it right out. Nice finish by Bradley.
Here's the bodyguard. He has 6. Again, Philadelphia.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now Udrich. He kicks to Bradley. Lure the screen. Bradley can't get it to go.
Some tough D in the paint. Get between him and the bucket and stopping the easy dude.
Prime time hands it from downtown. Prime time's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Philadelphia. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Outside Bradley. There's the dish to Harris. 6 that one from the post. Harris has got 9.
Whether it's inside or outside, Harris remains steady and ready to shoot the ball. He definitely has the trust of his teammates and coach.
Now here's Embiid. Here's the bodyguard. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Pistons trail by 18. And Stan Van Gundy, known for being one of the more demanding coaches when it comes to defense. He doesn't care who you are. If you're not giving it your all on the defensive end, you're going to find yourself on the bench.
Well, he's clear with what he wants and what he expects, and when you step on the court.
Here's Smith. He's checked in for Udrich. The Machine's checked in for Philadelphia. Banished one comes in for Fultz. Detroit's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Smith outside. Over in the corner. Lure. Buries the long-range jumper. Lure's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, nice look by Bradley. Moving it to the open man.
Passes to Battiston. Here's prime time. Here's the Machine. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. And the NBA game is evolving, Chris, you know that. And if you were starting back at square one, say, and trying to develop your skills to prepare yourself for a pro career, is there anything you do differently to prepare yourself for how the game is being played now?
That's a great question. I remember playing in Washington, and I shot over like 35% from the three-point line. I remember in the paper they were saying, we don't need big fellas to do that. So I got right back in the post, and so the game has changed so much. And so I would really say that I would balance the work that I did in the post with outside of the post. I would just make sure that I would continue to stretch the floor as far as three-pointers, to give guys room to drive. And I would have definitely continue to work on my ball handling, maybe where Picker could have screened for me, and then I could have been the initiator, since in most times I was kind of that point forward. But for the most part, no, I would try to put the same effort in, but definitely with different skill sets. You get to play differently now. You know, when we think about it, I don't think Larry Bird got to shoot 2 3-pointers a game. Imagine if he would have got to just let 7 go. You know, I don't know if we would ask him, except would you have to ice your wrist after games a little bit more because you would be able to shoot more. So I think the freedom would have been fun, but I don't think I would have to prepare it differently.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And he makes both free throws. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustment.
Yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. We'll see what they run coming out.
Changes for Philadelphia. Rashawn Holmes is checked in for prime time. Then it comes in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for the bodyguard. Pistons trail by 17. Galloway dishes to Lure. There's a good screen. Smith on the wing. Over McConnell. The shot's good from Smith.
Well, I just like how Smith is keeping his focus. He wanted to is breathing down his neck.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Baddest one. A 35-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
That one drops for him. And it's 9 points for the machine.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Smith with it, outguarded by Reddick. Now here's Lure. He feeds it to Galloway. Lure the screen. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway has got 5 points so far.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's the machine. We're covering. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 11 points for the machine.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Smith outside. Lure on the screen on Reddick. Bradley is in.
That's just pure desire from Bradley right there. With true determination to throw it down off the drop.
And really an interesting move by the Pistons, in effect shedding 2 starters in Contavious Caldwell-Pope and Marcus Morris for one in Avery Bradley. Stan Van Gundy clearly valued Bradley's leadership and playoff experience. And Avery Bradley, an unrestricted free agent after this season. The Pistons have made it clear they're willing to pay the luxury tax to retain his services.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
first one at the line is good.
Strong take to get the foul there after not getting it there in the first quarter.
Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Pistons trail by 17. Galloway kicks to Smith. Baddest one passes to Holmes. Wasted no time on that one.
I'm sure he loves that matchup. He gives him a big size advantage down low.
Detroit's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Galloway. He has 5. And Lure kicks to Smith. Drummond sets the screen for Brent. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, usually when you talk about a 6'2 shooting guard, you figure undersized defensively. Avery Bradley, Chris, won first-team All-Defense in 2016.
Oh, well, I love Avery's game, and let's talk about his improvement offensively. This guy was a candidate and should have won Most Improved in the league, and in my opinion as well. Just such a hard worker, the heart and soul of his team.
First free throw is good.
And a 6'3" Bradley is a plus defender thanks to his quickness and tenacity.
And so Bradley nails both of them. Philadelphia leading by 17. Outside Redick. Over Bradley. The shot by Redick, no good. Detroit's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Galloway dishes to Smith. Lure sets the pick for Smith. Kicks it to Lure. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. Galloway, no good. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. The pass to Holmes. Outside, Redick. Buries it from three-point range. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pistons trail by 20. Smith kicks to Bradley. He dishes it to Lure. Feeds it to Drummond. Tries from the block. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And they repeatedly closed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to the machine. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now here is Smith. He's covered by McConnell. Smith the pass to Drummond. It's Bradley on the wing. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the Pistons score.
Now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Out to the right wing. Here's Baddest one. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. 16 points for Baddest one.
He dropped the finger roll right in the teeth of some pretty good defense. My boy used to say the defender can't jump higher than that ball.
Smith kicks to Lure. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Galloway. Got a hand on it. Here's Baddest one. He's got 16. Drills the three-pointer.
Again, yet another shot to build on his impressive first quarter.
Pistons trail by 21. Smith outside. Lure the screen. The drive.
Oh, just an admirable job by Bradley, quickly jetting towards the defense and getting the call thanks to his aggressiveness.
The Pistons shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw. And he knocks down the first one.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and it extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Langston Galloway, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Smith. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Philadelphia leading by 20. Simmons passes to Holmes. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Holmes got 4 points now in the quarter. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Jackson. He has 5. Here's a step back. Basket counts. Jackson's got 7.
And you can see that Jackson has put a lot of work in on his mid-range take. Definitely a legitimate threat.
And so it's Philadelphia closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Right back after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero 1. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters, and you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You know, baddest one has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, and a few times he's done a good job of initiating contact, yet getting the foul called in the finish.
Pistons trail by 20. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Okafor. Charge is out there with Robert Covington. And there's Fultz. And it's Simmons in at the point. Here's Bradley. And he dunks it after the pick. Frees him up.
With his athleticism, nice to see Bradley drop it.
Smith against Simmons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The 76ers have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
free throw, no good.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Smith. Inside, here's Bradley. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Simmons with it. Dishes to Fultz. The feed to Sharich. Simmons sets a screen for Sharich. Pass to Simmons. Lets it go with the 3. Good on the triple. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Smith dishes to Harris. Drummond in the post. Working on Okafor. With the fadeaway. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 8 points for Andre Drummond.
Drummond is just blossoming right in front of our eyes. Love seeing him sink the mid-range, James.
Okafor kicks to Simmons. Simmons missing again.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Now Fultz. Simmons on the wing. He kicks it to Covington. Over Harris. Covington with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 18.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Smith kicks to Harris. Lure a screen on Covington. And it's Harris off the drive. Unable to get that one.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Now the dish to Covington. Deep. No good there. And it's Detroit the other way. Well, Ish Smith is a player who has been around the league a ton for a guy his age and his quality. He's suited up for 10 or so teams already in his career. See, Webb, you watch him play, and he knows he can make an impact at the point guard position. Just ask his coach, Stan Van Gundy.
Well, think about the more teams you're with, the more you get to see different philosophies, different styles to play against different guys. So he's picked up confidence, and he's picked up knowledge across his journey throughout the NBA. I mean, Smith has a good enough mid-range game where you have to respect him. He knows where to look. He knows how to set up teammates, but make no doubt about it, this Smith quickness that is his greatest asset.
Here's Covington. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Now here is Smith. He has 6. Outside Brent. Smith, that's the big for Brent. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. Another 3 for Detroit.
More of a 2-guard and point guard body. Bradley doing a little playmaking here.
Now here's Fultz. Guarded by Brent. Fultz the pass to Okafor. Here's Bradley. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line. It's on Markelle Fultz. Now, Drummond is a player who is always bound to put on a show on any given night. See, Webb, he can do it with his gaudy numbers and rebounding totals, or he can finish with a slam. He's very aggressive in attacking the rim inside. But no matter which way, he is a crowd favorite, to say the least.
If you're a big man of taking pride, or pride themselves in working down low for points, and Drummond does. He's a throwback, to the 90s, to the 80s. And one reason why it's easy to cheer for him is because he actually likes to play inside.
Marjanovic checked in for Detroit. Udrich comes in for Smith. And the 76ers also making a change. J.J. Redick's checked in for Robert Covington. free throws, good from Avery Grant. The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Fultz. They set the pick. Here's Okafor. The 76ers again can't hit it. Detroit's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Harris kicks to Marjanovic. Reverses, and he converts the layup.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And Simmons kicks to Fultz. Charges screen on Bradley. Redick for 3. Taps in the tray. Reddick's got 6 points.
And Fultz is a solid distributor, good at finding ways to get his guys involved.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch, always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist will be coming from tonight between the front and backcourt for the Pistons.
And the guards doing what they can to create some offense. Sometimes that's what it takes to climb back into a game. That commitment to share the ball and trust your teammates, it can help you weather some early struggle.
Away. Here's Udrih. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Simmons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Andre Drummond. Last season, he played outstanding. 2nd in rebounding, 16th in shooting percentage, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. That one is off. And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. He's good on the second. Pistons trail by 11. Now Udrih. Pass to Jackson. Drummond a screen. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
First personal foul, 2 seconds.
See, I love Reggie Jackson, how he attacks players with his drive. He uses his size nicely. He's so athletic. I mean, he has one of the best Euro steps in the game and a nice tempo change to keep the D off guard.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Jackson. And with Jackson and his ability to attack the rim, that strength plays into another strength of his, which is pulling up short and getting a jumper or a floater on the floor.
With that tandem of talent, make Jackson such a tough assignment because he has the right mentality to consistently create chances. No real easy way to defend against him.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Drummond the screen. Jackson kicks to Harris. Drummond with a screen on Reddick. And it's Harris off the drive. A timely screen. Gave him a step and he took it all the way. Harris has got 15.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way, but he's that intense.
Close. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be a Udrih. The 76ers have been getting it done at the line. 10 for 12.
And the explosiveness of Holtz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
The Pistons making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for Ben Simmons. And he makes both free throws. And Detroit has possession, trailing by 10. Udrih dishes to Johnson. Marjanovic a screen on Reddick. Pistons passing it around. Harris outside. He feeds it to Udrih. Shot clock at 5. Marjanovic a screen on Embiid. And here's Johnson outside. The Pistons rebound. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
When the sheer size of Obama is something that can intimidate even the tallest centers in the NBA. He's a legit 7'3" and comes in at least 290, seemingly impossible to move him at times down low on the block.
Shoot 2.
Free throw drops from Marjanovic. And to illustrate the size of Marjanovic, when Joel Embiid first checked into a game against him, he is visibly in awe of the size of Marjanovic. And Joel Embiid is a 7-footer.
Well, make no mistake about Boban, though. He is much more than a big body. He has a nice floater, a great turnaround jump shot, great at shooting from the free throw. I mean, good awareness. He might be the best 7'3" passer in the league.
And they continue to control the glass.
Phillips, no good. Pistons trail by 9. For 3, Udrih. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Jason Galloway's jumped in for Udrih. Philadelphia leading by 9. Reddick passes to Embiid. Shoots from the right block. Uses the glass to drop it in. Embiid's got 8. Detroit's on 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Jackson. Kicks to Harris. Layup off target.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 9 points for Markelle Fultz.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. points in the game. Marjanovic with a screen for Johnson. Jackson from long range controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Embiid the screen. Here's Holmes. Rebound by the Pistons. Here's Galloway. There's the pass to Jackson. Left side, Harris. Pocket 6. Galloway kicks to Jackson. Johnson for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Oh, man, and it's important to this team that Johnson connects on these perimeter attempts. He's remarkable at opening the floor for his guys.
From 10 feet out, outside for Reddick. Here's McConnell. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Galloway kicks to Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. There's Galloway. He dishes it to Jackson. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Shot off the screen. Jackson missing again. The 76ers leading by 12. Fultz dishes to Embiid. And he's good on the 3-ball. Embiid's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Harris drives in. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, I love the tenacity that Harris plays with, the ridiculous dunker off the drive.
Pass to McConnell. Down low. Embiid kicks to McConnell. Embiid against Marjanovic. Embiid, no good. Pistons trailed by 13. Harris up top, guarded by Holmes. Harris passes to Galloway. Kicks it out to Johnson. And another 3 for Detroit.
Oh, when Johnson senses the D is laying off of him, he loves going straight up with the shots, catching the D off guard, just a very efficient shooter.
Now, here's Fultz. 9 points in the game so far. That shot, no good. Detroit's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 at 6. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Harris drives in. He took good advantage of that screen. Harris has got 19 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
1:12 left in the third quarter. There's Galloway. 5 points in the game. Marjanovic kicks to Galloway. It's Jackson atop the key. Back to Galloway. There's a screen by Marjanovic. And here's Jackson outside. Again, Johnson missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Embiid. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Embiid's got 13.
Well, it looked as if he would never find his game after that awful first half start, but he's really hitting his stride in the second.
Jackson dishes to Harris. Shoots over Holmes. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Fultz the pass to Holmes. 14 feet away. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And don't go away. We'll be right back. listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
Just relax and play the game. Relax and play the game. Relax and play the game.
In case they forgot that, of course, from the very invigorating words from Stan Van Gundy, repeating what he'd like to see more of them right now.
Yeah, and I think Coach feels they're getting too caught up in things that don't matter. Resetting their mindsets here. Let's see if it helps.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. John Lure's out there with Marjanovic. It's Smith, then there's Bradley, and it's Jackson in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now, here's Lure. Lure, the screen. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Jackson with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Pistons. Feeds to Covington. Here's Okafor. It's a big height bounce and goes in. And the 76ers lead by 12.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, even when you get a hand up, it's hard to really affect his shot.
Now, here's Marjanovic. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 5 assists tonight.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams know that.
Sharge inside. Lure's there. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 12 points for J.J. Redick.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. He can sense his confidence.
Now, here is Smith. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Okafor. Marjanovic, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Count the basket. Okafor's got 4 points this quarter. Pistons trail by 15. And here's Smith. The feed to Lure. Outside Brent. Passes it to Marjanovic. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
McConnell passes to Okafor. Back to McConnell. Over Jackson. Redick can't get that one to fall. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Smith outside. Bradley, no one around him. And Smith with the assist that time.
Three-point shooting. I mean, the strength of Bradley's game offensively, incredible.
McConnell kicks to Redick. For 3, Covington. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Now, here's Brent. Jackson kicks to Lure. Smith, left side. 6 to shoot. Jackson in the corner. Marjanovic can't get the putback. The 76ers leading by 13. Here's McConnell. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
I mean, yeah, you can't break down. Not now. At this point, I mean, you're already too far in the hole.
Here's Lure. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Well, he played very poorly in the first half, but during the second half, he's feeling it. He's really flipped the on switch on
the train. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Jackson. Marjanovic kicks with Smith. Dishes it to Jackson. Marjanovic, screen on Reddick. Here's Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall. The 76ers leading by 17. Here's McConnell. It's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot. And the first one at the line is good. A different look here for Detroit. Drummond's checked in for Marjanovic. And Harris subbed in for Jackson. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. The Machines checked in for Okafor. Primetime comes in for Šarić. Simmons checked in for Robert Covington. And Baniswan subbed in for J.J. Redick. Good on both. Pistons trailed by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Lure the screen. Outside Brent. He kicks it to Lure. Good on the triple.
He's scoring in bunches. He's doing his part. He's more help though from his crew.
The 76ers leading by 16. Outside Simmons. Here's Primetime. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Pistons have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Harris against Simmons. Smith outside. Lure the screen. And here's Bradley from 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Primetime's got his 4th rebound in this one. Scooped up. The pass to Baniswan. This one for 3. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Pistons trail by 19. Smith kicks to Harris. Over Simmons. That's tipped.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
Stops. Pops. Almost, but it rolls out. Philadelphia leading by 19 points. Here's the Machine. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Continuing to push the action and build his lead.
You see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Now here is Smith, and it's Drummond missing.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect. Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop still should have went for something better than that.
Well, there have been some questions regarding the NBA's playoff format, Chris, if the division by conference is a good thing, or if we should open it up to even more teams. Should we even have divisions? If you were going to change anything, what might you change in the playoff format in any way?
Well, I tell you this, I would not add more teams. Please. I mean, you're going to add more teams to watch more bad teams? Right. No, if you can't win almost 50% of your games, no way.
Agreed.
I did hear one thing that was kind of interesting is that what if you ranked the teams 1 through 16 in the playoffs? So that, yes, I still believe in divisions.
Right.
Because I want the season to matter. Divisions, championships that matters for a fan base, those type of things matter. So I want to keep those in there. But if you did 1 through 16 that way, so the last 2 teams didn't have to play the best competition until the end, I just think that might be interesting. You never know what type of matchups you may have. But I think we've been having some great basketball in the last 15 years. So I don't know if necessarily we really need to change anything about the draft.
Interesting observations. And the Pistons with possession here. Philadelphia able to drain the three. The offensive rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
A machine, 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
But yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Now, here is Smith. And Lure kicks to Bradley. The dish to Lure. They need this. Bucket is good.
He's developed a nice in-between game. The D gave him way too much cushion.
The 76ers shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Oh, the defensive chops of Drummond really helping this team. He really cleans house with his shot block.
Detroit's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Smith dishes to Bradley. He feeds it to Lure. Tipped away. 5 on the clock. Smith kicks to Lure. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's the bodyguard, covered by Smith. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Detroit's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Lets it go from 11. That one rolling around and rims out.
Oh, he showed some true grit there, battling through the defense, but they were ready for him all the way there.
And you look at today's players, they have so many more ways to connect with their fans. But Chris, at times, do you think that creates added pressure for the players?
Every player has pressure. I don't know about added pressure, but I do think it's a different time with social media, and you can hear everyone's opinion. So I think that you need to focus more if you're an athlete, but I don't think it adds more pressure. Because whether or not someone can type it or say it in your face or boo you at a game, you're going to hear those words.
And he knocks down the first one. And a different look here for the Pistons. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Lure. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. Langston Galloway's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Zudrick in for Smith. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Zudrick. Shot clock at 5. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Off target was what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
And that one's good. Simmons.
And really, not much else you can do against Simmons. That close to the cup. This guy just too quick.
And Udrich kicks to Johnson. Here is Tolliver. He dishes it to Drummond. From 11 feet away, it's deflected, but he recovers it. He sinks the 11-footer.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earns the W.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Baddest-One.
Just the scoring alone. I mean, it's a fantastic game for him. He was just going over, around, through the defense, all day long.
From deep, drills it from outside.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Now here's Drummond. Kicks to Galloway. Johnson with it. There's the pick. That one, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's prime time, and that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. Now Udrih. Pass to Ellenson. Back to Udrih. Over Fultz. Good. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.